In creative thinking, there are converging and diverging tools. Diverging tools are at the beginning of a problem or where the solution has yet to be found, and it is mainly to create choices. This could be, for example, a mind map where the problem is put in the middle and then all possible solutions or approaches can be written around it, and then you basically have everything that you could or maybe do need in order to, find a solution. And it's basically an idea or many ideas on how something can work out. Converging tools, on the other hand, are something that brings facts together. So ideas become facts, and those will eventually give an answer. So converging tools are mainly to make choices, and those could be getting all the information from diverging tools like a mind map and putting them into a converging tool like a cluster, where they are sorted by the topic or the kind of problem solution that there is, or by a fact. So basically they are then sorted, and this will make it easier to give an answer to a problem. Furthermore, there are structural barriers that I have experienced in my process of creativity and innovation, especially while creating this portfolio. And those can, of course, be at home, at education, work, or at other places. And for me, that is definitely lack of time. For example, if I have to do schoolwork, but I also want to spend time with my family or friends at home, and have still to do other things for other courses, but also have to work, then this is definitely a barrier. My own myths, which is quite a big one for me as well, because I always tell myself that I have so much time that I can relax still and not do anything, and then at the end I will always be stressed, and then I procrastinate until the end, and then I stress myself out until I get to the deadline. And however, it always works out for some reason, so I never really change it. Something else I really struggle with is getting out of my comfort zone. I really don't like speaking in front of people or making videos and showing my face. So this can be quite limiting in creativity. So I do like to, write stories or use my words, but not really my voice or my face to convey something. And that is, I see that a barrier to creativity sometimes. I believe stress is a really big thing, because when I am stressed, I don't really function as a creative person, but I do have good ideas sometimes when I'm stressed. So sometimes creative ideas come to my mind when I'm really, really stressed, but then I don't have the time to write them down or to pursue them. And then this will lead to then forgetting what a creative idea I had, and therefore it's really not me being creative at all in the end of the day. Something I always struggle with is fear. Fear to share what creative thoughts I have, and also fear to pursue them, because I always tend to think that it won't work out, or it's really not important to pursue a creative approach to anything. My belief in myself is really quite the barrier, because, as I mentioned before, I don't really believe all the time that I am capable of being as creative as other people, and I then tell myself that me being creative is not as good as other people being creative, and I make myself smaller than I actually am. Obviously, laziness is also a part. It comes with my own myths, so I can be quite a lazy person. I'm not usually, but I can be, especially before the exam season. And then if I have to do anything creative at all in that season or in that exam week for my exams and portfolios, then it is quite limiting because I don't have enough time to think about ideas that pop up into my mind. And as I said, insecurity really is, I think, the biggest root for me, because I don't think I deal with that as good as I should. So for me, I mainly deal with them by keeping secret about them or only sharing creative thoughts or things that I have done with my close friends, because I'm not yet comfortable enough to share them with anybody else. And if I share them, like, as I mentioned before, I really like to write stories, or like, I'd like to think that I may be able to write a book someday, but I always share any approaches that I have to that without people knowing that it's me sharing them, so doing it anonymously. And I feel like that helps me get more confidence in my creativity, because I still get response to it. I still get feedback, and I think that helps a lot.